Who wants to criticize their spending with me on Amazon? In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the purchases that I made on Amazon in 2022, in a year. What did I spend money on? Is it worth it? How do we get out of the cycle of spending money? But also, one major secret that I want to tell you about upfront is that about half or over half of my purchases on Amazon were completely free. Hey guys, it's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free. So we're going to be talking about Amazon purchases because if you're anything like my husband and I, we have been Prime members for a very long time, and we love the just ability to click add to cart, submit the order, and have all of your stuff arrive on your doorstep within just a couple of days. With that convenience factor, it can get really easy to get into the spiral of just scrolling on Amazon mindlessly and finding things that you really don't need and then spending money for that satisfaction. So let's talk about the details of what exactly Amazon looked like for us, our purchase history in 2022. First of all, we placed 76 orders on Amazon. That's roughly 6 orders per month. That's more than 1 order per week. The next thing that I want to share out of this list is that I'm not including any gifts that we purchased on Amazon. This is solely for our benefit. And I found that a lot of my purchases were for my daughter Quinn. So my daughter Quinn is almost 2 years old, and I find that baby items, especially when they're newborn and when they're little, you're like, oh, I didn't know that I needed that. I didn't know I needed a sippy cup or a snack cup, and you kind of learn as you go. But wait a minute. Justine, didn't you say there was a special secret that you were going to share about how you got all these purchases for free? Let me tell you about this wonderful app called Fetch Rewards, okay? This app has been the ultimate rewards app that I have used. It's free to sign up, which is amazing. It's free to sign up. All you do is scan your receipts, so any paper receipts, and they also accept e-receipts from Amazon purchases. You scan those and upload those into your account, and then you get points for every time you scan a receipt. At minimum, you will receive 25 points for each receipt scanned. You will get bonus points if there are products that you bought that are mentioned on the app. So a lot of times, like brand names from like Cheerios or Huggies or soaps and shampoos. Then once your points add up, you can redeem those points for gift cards. And so because I have a YouTube channel and I talk a lot about Fetch Rewards, or I actually have one particular video that talks about Fetch Rewards, I actually get quite a bit of referral points. And you can do the same thing. You can always talk about your referral code and pass that out to family and friends and stack up your points. And so oftentimes I will get that throughout the year, and I will redeem those for gift cards. And a lot of time it's Amazon. So let's talk about the items that I purchased. Now, out of those 76 items, I just went ahead and highlighted the best items that I purchased because I'm not going to tell you about 76 items. That's ridiculous. So let's talk about the best ones, and we'll go through different categories. First category is Quinn, so stuff for baby. For fun, electronics, clothes, and then household items / organization. And then I'll tell you exactly how much this all costs. So for Quinn, I found that the Nuke Learner sippy cups, which were $11.75 on Amazon, have been amazing. If you're transferring or transitioning your child from a bottle to a sippy cup for milk, hands down, these are great. First, she didn't quite get the suction. The holes were a little bit too small, so we slit the holes open a little bit wider so that it could flow out easier. But we've now had 3 of those cups. They've been great. Baby velvet hangers listed for $29.99 have been Amazing for her closet. I like to keep things hung up and organized. I am one of those people who like to see things in like that rainbow color from the Home Edit. I think it's fantastic. Baby velvet hangers are like one of the best things I purchased this past year. Winter baby sleep sack for $37.85. She still uses this thing to this day. I love it. It keeps her warm and snug and safe at night without any risk of like the blanket going over her mouth or nose. Her snack cups for $6. You can also find these at Target, but we did find them on Amazon for $6. The kids silverware for $8.99. They are so cute because they actually look very similar to the silverware that I have. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because she didn't like the colored ones. She wanted what we had. So I was like, cool, let's just get her silverware that looks like ours. I also got foldable storage baskets. These were kind of pricey, $69, but they work perfectly with the Target cube organizers, and I just love the look of it, so that you can easily put toys into the closet without it looking like a cluttered mess. The next thing is the Mustela Baby Cleansing Gel. This was $23.75. You buy one bottle, it's gonna last you all year long. I love this stuff. This was actually recommended to me by a friend who is a pediatrician, and it smells so good. I actually like using it for myself too. The next thing for Quinn is a Lasco standing tower fan for $74.99. I have one in our bedroom, and it oscillates, it moves back and forth. It's got 3 different fan speed settings. It's just perfect for either white noise or summer nights where it's really hot. Also, we ended up getting a trundle bed last year from West Elm, and so I ended up getting the Casper twin mattress and the gel memory foam trundle mattress. So the Casper mattress was $420, and then the memory foam mattress for the trundle was $119. So we have a trundle bed in Quinn's room so that when we have guests come over, because we have a 2-2 unit, they can sleep there. And if I have a couple visiting or grandparents visiting, then somebody just sleeps on the trundle. It works out great. I also recently purchased a colored timer for $12. This thing is great. Let me see if I have it. Okay, let me show you how this works. So it is colored, and you set the time for however many minutes you want. Let's say you're watching TV and you give your child 15 minutes of TV time. They can visually see how much time is left on the timer, and then when the timer's up, it'll start buzzing like a regular alarm clock. This was perfect. Okay, and the last thing Quinn related, this was a big one, cabinet locks. If you have ever lived with a baby or a toddler, you know they love getting into cabinets. These cabinet locks were recommended to me by my mother-in-law and father-in-law. They're $7 on Amazon. Very easy to open for adults, very hard for kids to open. Get you some. Okay, the next category is for fun. This would be my Woody Toy Story backpack that I purchased for $89. I use this backpack anytime I go to Disney, so admittedly, I've only used it twice. I went to Disney World and Disneyland this past year. It brings me so much joy because I love Toy Story. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. It's so much fun, it's unique, but it definitely is like, oh, that's a Disney fan if they got a Woody style backpack. So that one I just love. And it's from the Loungefly brand. So they have literally at least 50 different designs of these backpacks. And both of the parks, when you shop inside of their retail stores, they also have the Loungefly backpacks there, and they are priced for I think the same amount. Let's go into the electronics section because this was such a good purchase. The Roku Ultra for $88.63. We used to have the Amazon Fire Stick, and I can't tell you how many times we ran into just headaches and frustration with it not loading properly, telling us that it wasn't connected to Wi-Fi at all. It was so frustrating. So frustrating. I hate the Amazon Fire Stick now. We only use Roku. So we have both Roku Ultras in the living room and in our bedroom. And this has been such a game changer for us. It quickly streams all of your favorite streaming subscriptions and apps. It's very easy to download apps, and I've never had any connectivity problems using the Roku Ultra. This is their souped up version of the Rokus out there. So definitely get the highest one one because it's so worth it. And it was listed for 88 bucks on Amazon. Okay, so I had a couple of different clothing purchases on Amazon. I find a lot of times that when I buy something there, I'm like, oh, it looks kind of cheap. First of all, this shacket is actually listed on Amazon, but that wasn't my favorite purchase. My favorite purchase was the square smock top listed for $28.99. It's a green smock top. It's got the square neckline. I actually wore it when I presented at FinCon in Orlando because it's just so flattering. I've worn it here on YouTube a couple of times. I'm definitely wanting to go back and get another color because it just looks so good. You can tuck it in with a pair of high-waisted jeans and it's just so flattering. It is, it really is. Okay, household items and organization. So we did a lot. This actually was probably our biggest expense section for Amazon because we moved from San Diego to LA, and this place just required different things, had more organization, more drawers and cabinet spaces. So we really went hard on filling this out. The first thing was we actually got draft door stoppers for our room and Quinn's room because there's quite a large gap, and also the bedrooms are really close to the living room. So whenever Kyle and I take turns on who gets to sleep in on the weekends, and so we added those draft door stoppers to help cut out the noise. Also really great for babies when they're napping and you don't want to have any kind of gap where light could shine underneath the door and you don't want that noise while you're out in the kitchen or living room. Draft door stoppers are great. This one was $17.95. The next one is kind of like a dual thing. I got 2 curtain rods, the same curtain rods, and curtain rings and clips. The curtain rod was $21.99 and the curtain rings and clips were $8.55. I love these. I have them in both our room and Quinn's room, same setup. Actually, I got the exact same curtains from IKEA. And I love using clips in the rings for the curtain rods because they slide so much easier. It's just like you slide it through and you don't have to wrestle with the fabric getting caught on the curtain rod. And the curtain rod is really nice because it's actually these L-shaped brackets. So it's almost like this U shape that goes into the wall, and it's kind of industrial looking, but it's nice because then you can actually wrap your curtain using the curtain rings around to either end, and so it really blocks out the sunlight on either side. You know when you pull your curtains closed and then you still have sunlight peeking out on either sides on the gaps? The curtain rod, this bracket curtain rod, actually eliminates that problem because you can wrap your curtain rings around the side. It's the little things, but honestly, if you like blackout rooms like I do, this solves your problem. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention on this that was household items were these modern sphere wall sconces. This was a big purchase. It was $119 for 2. I love these because we have very small nightstands. They're original mid-century furniture from like the 70s. So of course those nightstands are really tiny. When you put a full-size table lamp on it, it just like completely takes up all the space. So this was a way to still have bedside light without having anything on the nightstand. And if you are in a rental like we are, all we had to do was drill it into the wall. Of course, you're gonna make some holes, but the lamps themselves are actually on a switch, and then you have a cord hanging down. I think it's great because it still gives the aesthetic that I wanted, very modern, minimalist, but also it was rental friendly. So let's answer this question. How much did all of this cost? Well, as I was ringing up all of the invoices on Amazon, I saw that it cost $2,006.97. Now keep in mind, as I was going through the gift cards that I used from Fetch, I had also redeemed about $2,000 in gift cards from Amazon. So altogether, I probably spent close to $4,000 or over on Amazon purchases last year. So was it worth it? Was it worth spending $4 grand on literally material goods? Kind of. I mean, I went through the list of the best things that I liked out of the 76 orders that we placed. There was some stuff that were trash. I mean, we bought Quinn these ABC magnetic letters that are just way too small for her. It's just not the right time. Also crayons, like she has tons of crayons, so they ended up breaking anyway, so don't think that was worth it. We also did a stroller snack tray that busted. We did a mini broom and pan, thinking that she would use that because she really likes using our large broom to sweep the floor, and she still prefers using the large broom to sweep the floor. I also bought a snorkel set that we've used one time, mainly because it's kind of hard to snorkel when you're right there on the beach because you're dealing with waves, but we did use it to go see some leopard sharks in La Jolla last summer, and it definitely was worth it to use that snorkel set because we got to see the leopard sharks. They were insane. We saw one that was about 5 feet long, and keep in mind, they are harmless to humans. They're actually afraid of humans, so it was completely fine that we were out there. Most likely, kind of. We didn't die. Anyway, there were a couple other things like a costume that I never wore, a leopard print satin skirt that ended up getting like nicked with my bracelet, so the threading came out. A swim cover up, I was like, no, I don't even like it. A pleated bed skirt that just really does not fit our bed frame. So a couple of things where I was like, no, that probably wasn't worth it. I think the biggest takeaway here is I can go crazy on Amazon buying things for Quinn specifically. I also love the convenience of it because I don't have to go hunting at Target or Walmart to go find these things. I think in the end, especially with Amazon, you can totally spend on the stuff that you love, and there are things on here that was like totally worth the purchase, and you can scroll and you can add things to your wish list. Just make sure that this stuff does not control you. And what I mean by that is that you can create a budget specifically for Amazon if you want to, and then only spend within that allotted budget. I also think it would be cool for you to do a spending audit on Amazon just like I did, and just review the past year's purchases. Do you still use these items today? Are they something that actually bring value and joy to your life? Those curtain rods and curtain rings absolutely bring value to my life every single day because I use them every single day. So take that evaluation. And also, if you are going to shop smartly. Use the Fetch Rewards app to track all of your receipts, earn points from those receipts, and then redeem points for gift cards. It's one of the easiest things, honestly, hands down, one of my the favorite reward app that I have used. I will leave a link to my affiliate link below for you to sign up. Also, use my code on the screen to get your first 2,000 points for free. That is a mega deal to get you started. So don't forget, if you liked this video and you thought the transparency was good, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in my next one.